Good morning, YouTubians. It's HMV Costa. It is Monday, the 3rd of February 2025. Hope everybody had a great weekend, especially those who attended the Groundhog ceremonies over in Gobbler's Knob, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, in the good old USA. I would love to visit that ceremony one day. Probably never going to happen though. In case you're unaware, the groundhog handler takes the groundhog who is asleep in a tree stump, to which the groundhog will whisper to the handler if it sees a shadow or if it doesn't. If it does see a shadow, there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter. If it doesn't, then there's going to be an early spring. It's as simple as that. And it's a ritual that's been happening over in Gobbler's Knob since 1886. And obviously it's been brought to light by the 1993 film Groundhog Day, where Phil Connors, who's being played by Bill Murray, he has to live the 2nd of February, which is Groundhog Day, over and over again. It's never really explained in the film why that actually happens. And to prove the power of the movies, the average attendance before the film was made was roughly 2,000 people. After the movie was made, it increased to 40,000 people. So that's the power of the movies right there. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'm not sure. You have to ask the residents of Gobbler's Knob. Anyway, it's a Blu-ray release day today, and I'm going to head up to HMV to film all the titles that hit the shelves. I will grab myself a piping hot coffee from Costa along the way, and then I'll take you home and I'll talk about all my pickups as well. So I'll see you all in Costa. So here I am at the entrance to HMV. Actually, let's take a look at what hoodie is on the mannequin today. And I've not done this for a while. They have a few on display, but I'll take a look at the one at the end. And it's for Marvel Zombies, which would indicate there are more than one. This hoodie is priced at £19.99 and it's a sticker saying, "Look at my back." And there we have it. Is that Deadpool? Deadpool as a zombie. He's not looking very healthy there. So in no particular order, I'm going to start with Venom: The Last Dance. This is a superhero movie from last year. It's got a Blu-ray, a 4K, as well as a trilogy released today. Now this sees Eddie and Venom on the run, with Eddie implicated in the murder of Patrick Mulligan. And this one stars Tom Hardy as the title character, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Juno Temple, Stephen Graham, and the voice of Andy Serkis. Now the Blu-ray is priced at £14.99. The 4K, which has a different cover artwork to the Blu-ray, is priced at £24.99. Then you have the option of buying trilogy packs. The Blu-ray version is priced at £24.99. And there's also a 4K trilogy pack, and that one is priced at £44.99. Next is Deadmount Death Play Part 2. This is about a 16-year-old boy who was assassinated, and now his body is host to a necromancer known as the corpse god Polka Shinoyama. This release features 12 episodes put onto 2 discs with a runtime of 300 minutes. It's priced at £44.99 and it carries a 15 certificate. Next up, we have the Red Dawn 4K and Blu-ray Steelbook. This is yet to have a standalone Blu-ray release in the UK. This is a limited edition, but to how many copies, it doesn't say. It's about a bunch of American teenagers who form a resistance group to fight off Soviet, Cuban, and Nicaraguan soldiers who invade their country. It stars Patrick Swayze, Leah Thompson, Harry Dean Stanton, and C. Thomas Howell. £34.99 for this release, and it carries a 15 certificate. Next we have a Blu-ray and a 4K release for The Last Voyage of the Dementor, a supernatural horror from last year that's directed by Andre Øvredal, and it's based on Chapter 8 in the 1897 Bram Stoker's novel Dracula. It's set during a voyage on a Russian merchant ship called Dementor, which is travelling from Varna, Bulgaria to London. The Blu-ray is priced at £14.99. I love that cover image. And the 4K is priced at £24.99. And that comes with a slipcover. Doctor Who Season 9 next. This is a British sci-fi show. And this particular season ran from the 1st of January to the 24th of June 1972. And this sees John Pertwee return as a doctor and Katie Manning returning as his travelling companion Jo Grant. There are 26 episodes in this season, told over 5 story arcs and put onto 8 discs. This one is priced at £34.99 and it carries a 12 certificate. Gavin and Stacey, the complete collection next. This is a British sitcom. It's a story of Gavin, who lives in Billericay in Essex, and his girlfriend Stacey, who lives in Barry, South Wales. They meet, fall in love, marry, have children, and all the while this is going on, or occurring, the two families interact on several occasions, especially Smithy and Nessa. Now this show was created by James Corden and Ruth Jones, and I've heard it's excellent, but I've yet to see a single episode. This is priced at £32.99. Gavin and Stacey the Final. Now, since the last complete collection was released, they made another special episode which aired on Christmas Day 2024, and this is it. So if you did previously purchase the complete box set, you know how to get this one. This feature-length episode runs at 94 minutes and also includes a 1-hour documentary, and all that for £15.99. Wolf Hall, The Mirror and the Light. This is the second and final part of the adaptation of the Wolf Hall novels by Hilary Mantel, set in 1536, just after Henry VIII's second wife Anne Boleyn's been beheaded to make way for Jane Seymour, and it sees Thomas Cromwell pick up the position as principal counsellor to the very unpredictable King Henry. 6 episodes to this, and it is priced at £19.99. And here we have the complete TV show of Wolf Hall and The Mirror and the Light, a show that follows Thomas Cromwell's character as he starts from humble beginnings to a position of power and his eventual beheading in 1540. There are 12 episodes in this, put onto 2 discs, and it stars Mark Rylance, Damian Lewis, Claire Foy, Timothy Spall, Bernard Hill, Mark Gatiss and Jonathan Pryce. So a great cast in this one, and it's priced at £29.99. Park Lanes next, a documentary from the experimental filmmaker Kevin Jerome Everson. This follows an 8-hour shift during a routine day at a factory in Virginia, and it's shot in real time. The title refers to a bowling alley where Kevin and his family spend their downtime. So this has a runtime of 8 hours or 480 minutes if you prefer, and expect to pay £24.99 for this title today. 2073 next, a British sci-fi docudrama from last year. This is set in a dystopian future where 72% of the world's population is under authoritarian rule. Truth is hidden and misinformation has become the norm. Cheery stuff. This stars Samantha Morton and Naomi Ackie, and I know in the trailers they used a scene from Battle Los Angeles, so that's interesting. This is priced at £14.99. Next is the BFI limited edition release for Seven Samurai on 4K, a 1954 Japanese film directed by Akira Kurosawa. This is set in a Japanese farming village in 1586 where the occupants have been tormented by bandits, causing the villagers to hire 7 samurais to protect them. This 207-minute movie is priced at £24.99. Next is the Blu-ray and the 4K Criterion releases for Winchester 73, a Western noir from 1950 directed by Anthony Mann and set in 1876, and it centres around a Winchester rifle that was won in a shooting contest and is stolen from James Stewart's character. It's then bartered with and then stolen again. It gets lost, it gets found. Let's just say it has an adventure all on its own. It also stars Shelley Winters as well as Tony Curtis and Rock Hudson as a Native American. The Blu-ray is priced at £22.99 and the 4K is priced at £29.99. Small Things Like These next, an historical drama from last year set in Ireland in 1985, and this is about the cruelty and the power the Catholic nuns inflicted on young women who were pregnant and out of wedlock and housed in what is referred to as the Magdalen laundries, which were similar to the Victorian workhouses which ran from 1922 to 1998. This stars Cillian Murphy and Emily Watson and is priced at £14.99 and it carries a 12 certificate. Into the Deep next from Signature Entertainment. This action thriller is from this year and it's about a diving trip that goes horribly wrong as the water is shark infested and the boat they are using is besieged by modern day pirates. This stars Richard Dreyfuss and Scout Taylor Compton. Expect to pay £12.99 for this release today. Everybody, welcome back. 3 titles to show you today, 2 which came out last week and this one I imported from the USA. It's a box set of a TV show I bought with some birthday money, so lots to talk about. Let's crack on with it. First one to show you, and this one came out last Monday. It is Sahara. It's a war movie from 1943, set the year before, 1942, directed by Zoltan Korda. Now his films include Conquest of the Air and The Thief of Baghdad. And this stars Humphrey Bogart as Master Sergeant Joe Gunn. He's a M3 tank commander in the American Army, and he's sent with his unit to join forces with the British 8th Army. Not long into the film, we learn that German forces have taken command of Tobruk, and this forces Joe with some British soldiers to retreat and head south through the Libyan desert. Obviously, they're going to be running low on water, so they set out to find a new water source, and in this case, it's a well. And on their journey, they pick up a variety of stragglers. Plus, it's decided from the outset that Sergeant Gunn is going to be the overall leader of the group, as they are using his tank as transport. So, along the way, they pick up a medical officer, being played by Richard Nugent. Also, a Sergeant Major Tumble, being played by Rex Ingram, plus his Italian prisoner Giuseppe. And they even pick up a German pilot after they bring down his plane. So, Joe Gunn and his troop and his Italian and German prisoners, they head to this water well, but the only problem is a German mechanised battalion have the same goal in mind. So it becomes a case of this newly formed unit defending the well from the German enemy. If you watch this, have a drink nearby because it will make you thirsty. This was shot in California. The production team had to import 200 tons of sand. Plus they actually used soldiers from the 4th Armoured Division to give that extra authenticity. And it's got a runtime of 1 hour 37 minutes. It is in black and white. Let's take a look inside. So you get a 40-page booklet. You've got Humphrey Bogart on the front there. And you have Zoltan Korda, the director, on the back. Lots of text inside. The artwork on the cover that you're presented with is carried onto the disc. And on the reverse of the cover is another option. This one has the Age logo removed, but I think I still prefer that version. So that was Sahara. Okay, next one to show you is The Haunted House of Horror. It's from 88 Films, part of their Tygon collection. A British horror from 1969 directed by Michael Armstrong, this being his first movie. We start out in London with Sheila, being played by Jill Hayworth, meeting her American boyfriend for coffee. Good girl. Actually, Jill Hayworth was born right here in Hove, which is just up the road from me. It's a small world, isn't it? As I said, she's meeting Chris for coffee, and Chris is played by actor-singer Frankie Avalon, who you'll know from Grease. He sang Beauty School Dropout, which was 9 years after this film was made. The pair, along with several friends, they attend a party, and they all think it's lame. And then Chris mentions that he knows of a haunted mansion nearby, just a short drive away, to which they all decide they're going to check it out. Now, the old haunted mansion that they visit, and I looked this one up, is a Jacobean Grade 2 listed building in Lancashire called Bank Hall, which was built in 1608. Plus, they also use another building called Grimsdyke in northwest London. Anyway, the group explore this old abandoned mansion by candlelight, and they hold a seance. One of the girls becomes so scared to the point where she leaves. And they split up and go looking round separately, which is a rookie move right there. And as luck would have it, one of the men in the group is murdered. And that's all I'm going to say story-wise. I won't mention any more, but as per usual, there's plenty more yet to come. I will mention also stars Robin Stewart, who you'll know from Bless His House. He played Mike Abbott. And there's also Richard O'Sullivan, who's probably best known for playing Robin Tripp in both Man About the House and Robin's Nest, which ran from 1973 through to 1981. There's also an audio commentary from Sean Hogan and Kim Newman. Fantastic. It's got a runtime of 1 hour 31 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the slipcover and the cover have the same image, and that's artwork by Sean Longmore. There is some newly created artwork for the disc. There is a 36-page booklet included. And there's a reversible cover, which appears to be the original poster artwork. So that was The Haunted House of Horror. Okay, next and last is The West Wing. This is a political drama TV show which aired in 1999 to 2006. It's a brilliant show, created by Aaron Sorkin, who also wrote the screenplay for the first 4 seasons. And Aaron is one of, if not the best modern screenwriter in Hollywood today, in my opinion. His works include A Few Good Men, The American President, The Social Network, Moneyball, and the TV show The Newsroom, to name just a few. Now, this show follows a Democratic President of the United States, Jed Bartlett, who's being played brilliantly by Martin Sheen. Then you've got the First Lady, Abby, being played by Stockard Channing, who was also in Grease, along with Frankie Avalon. And the White House staff, and they are as follows. You've got the Chief of Staff, Leo, being played by John Spencer, who sadly passed away, suffering a massive heart attack during the filming of the 7th season. Next, you have Alison Janney's character, CJ. She is the press secretary, fantastic character. She later takes over from Leo's role as Chief of Staff. There's also Deputy Chief of Staff Josh Lyman, played by Bradley Whitford. Perfect role for him. His assistant is Donna, being played by Jana Maloney. There's also Toby Ziegler. He's the communications director. He is always angry. His character's always angry. Always got a chip on his shoulder. He's one to be avoided. Being played by Richard Schiff. There's also Sam Seaborn as the deputy communications director, being played by Rob Lowe. He's not in it for the last 3 seasons. And finally, there's Dule Hill as Charlie. He's the president's personal aide. I think that's most of the staff, if not all of them. As for the show, well, it deals with mass shootings, foreign and domestic terrorism, religion, disability, 9/11, as well as a campaign for re-election. And whilst that all sounds very dry stuff, it is far from it. The acting and the writing is some of the best out there. I cannot recommend this show enough. Hopefully, it'll get a UK release at some point, and it'll be a little bit cheaper than the American import. 7 seasons, total episodes 156, and a runtime of 6,716 minutes. Long show. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so this is the release. It's a big release, and if I put a Blu-ray next to it, it's a lot bigger than a Blu-ray. It's like DVD size, and I've built this library with Blu-ray in mind, not DVD in mind, so this is not going to fit on my shelves. So I've come up with a solution. I will show you this first, and then I'll show you my solution after, and you can give me your thoughts on that. Okay, so the release itself, if it was in Blu-ray size, would be very nice. You've got the front cover there, and it's very sort of high gloss. There's the side, and there's the back. Okay, so Warner Brothers, they have split this 7-season box set into 2 oversized, chunky, ugly looking box sets. No imagination whatsoever. You've got seasons 1 to 4 on this one, seasons 5 to 7 on there. Same front cover image on that. That is just lazy. And on the back you have a different image, but they're the same cast and crew, just a little bit older on this one to this one. Okay, so we have inside an episode listing, which is nice. Okay, it's a little bit flimsy and it folds out, and you have seasons 1 to 4 on that side, 5 to 7 on that side. It doesn't tell you what's on the actual episodes, it's just an episode title guide. Inside they have color coded each season on the disc. There are 4 discs per season, and you'll see you've got like a dark blue there for season 1. Actually, you can take this out. I mean, I hate these things. So you've got season 1 there, season 2 is in this mauvey colour, and then you've got green, blue again. And in the second box set we have seasons 5, seasons 6 and season 7. So it is a fantastic show, and this is well presented to a certain degree. If you like oversized boxes on your shelf, then all power to you. I think that's disgusting, so here's my solution. So my solution, there's a Blu-ray box set, there's a DVD box set. I'm going to convert this into a Blu-ray box set. It may take up a little bit more space, but on the shelf is going to be a much better presentation. Okay, so I've put the Blu-ray box set down. This is the DVD box set, and I'm going to convert this into a Blu-ray box set. It did have the DVD logo on the side, but what I've done is import a couple of presidential seal stickers, one each side. They were about £2 for the pair. Took about 6 weeks to come from Japan, but they're on there now, and they cover the logo nicely. Take the lid off, and I've got to get a little bit of insert foam there just to cushion it a little bit, but there's the covers. And talking of the covers, there they are lined up. So I got my daughter to scan the DVD covers. She's removed the DVD logo from the covers, and she's made individual covers for each season, which I love. I love a individual cover for each season. And they all look nice together. As I mentioned before, the Blu-ray comes with this episode pamphlet, and it tells you just the title of each episode from each season, whereas the DVD comes with this much more comprehensive episode guide. Tells you all about each individual episode and what they are about, and it lists all the characters as well. So very comprehensive and a whole lot better, and it's better quality as well. So overall, I'm much happier that I've converted this DVD box set into a Blu-ray box set, and now I can get rid of this ugly casing. So that was West Wing, the complete series. So there's a complete series of West Wing on the shelf, and I think it looks rather nice. So that was it. Have you seen any of those? Do you plan to pick them up, or just want to leave a comment? Then do so down below. I will read every single one, and I'll try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.